morning. This is Brenda Devine from Discover Your Purpose. Hey, I am back into my Jeep studio, making this post. Hey, I just want to talk to you about, I'm always talking about purpose. I was just thinking that someone might think, what is purpose? What does it look like? And I was talking to a girlfriend yesterday about how I envision purpose to be, how I envision Purpose Institute to be. I've had, first off, purpose in how I see purpose is, it's the purpose that you were created, God, to do. It might be a singular thing in your life to do. It might be a lifelong assignment. It all depends on what the Holy Spirit has revealed to you and what God has given you to do. For me, it is to tell people that they have value and purpose, and I create different platforms to convey that information. One of the things that drives me about purpose is that I've actually been in a place where there were multiple people all in one mindset. Actually, I was at a conference, a women's conference, through a girlfriend, Heidi, and Janice, and they threw a Deliver Essence Women's Conference. And I had already been given, I knew that God wanted me to talk about value and purpose. And I think at that time I had already written my first book about purpose. And I was in their conference, and I was in the company of many women who were all working towards purpose. They were there for a reason. Some of them had businesses, some of them had ministry work. But what was interesting was the atmosphere and how I would talk to one person, and that one person would give me information, and then that person would touch and talk to another person, and they would give information, and that next person would talk to another person. And I started to envision and think to myself, is this what church is supposed to be? The church that is delivered, the church that Jesus comes to Mary, that we're all actually operating on what we were created and designed to do, touching and edifying and encouraging each other. And wow, that gave me such a sense of what that could feel like. And then I have a group of spiritual sisters that we get together and we have lunch, and the feeling between all 8 of us when we're all together and we're talking about our ministry work and we're all talking about our purpose, and just the energy of touching and encouraging, and just the energy that goes around the room. And that makes me once again think about, is this what the church feels like? To be in motion with other people that are all of the same mindset of purpose. So in my mind, that is what I am always chasing and running towards, that feeling of purpose, because I've gotten a taste of it and I want to see other people experience it as well. So purpose is about what God has given to you to do. It is not about this is my talent, or this is what God told me to do, but I'm going to monetize it, and the money comes before the purpose. That's not it at all. Purpose is a lifestyle. Now, if you are blessed to monetize your purpose and it occurs that it creates income for you, that's different, because the purpose comes first and then the money. Not the money comes first and then the purpose. Purpose is always first. So even if you never make $1, on what your purpose is. The purpose is the reason you're here is not to make the money. The reason you're here is to convey the message. The message and the mission comes first. And the money, if it's applicable, it might not be applicable to your purpose. It might not be applicable to your ministry. I don't really make money off of my ministry. I never intended to. I write books and I sell them. I don't make any money off of them. By the time I put my capital into it, I don't make any money. But that's not the reason I do the books. I do the books. I do the posts. I do the Facebook. I do all this stuff to continue with the message of value and purpose. Because in my mind, the majority of all of our problems, if not all of them, are solved by knowing what your purpose is. If you knew what your purpose was, I'm pretty sure you would have done some things in your life a lot differently, and it would have caused you less aggravation. I can say that for myself. Had I known what I was supposed to do, it would have caused me a lot less of aggravation and pain and misery and disappointment. So in my mind, knowing value and purpose is highly important, and I look and work towards people realizing that purpose should be a first thought and not a last. It should be a first expectation and not a last. So that is what I work towards, and that is how I envision what purpose is to me. Other people may have their own interpretations, but that is how I envision purpose to be: a collective group of people that are actively working on their ministry or their assignment that God has given them, and they are actively working on that. That is what drives them. That is what gets them going. That is what gets them motivated. That is what they're in love with, their purpose. And because they know it, it's like a light goes off in your life. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. All that other stuff I've been doing is a waste of time. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it is intoxicating to run after your purpose, because it feels so good to be doing what God has called you to do. So in my mind, this is my interpretation of what purpose is for me. So this is Brenda Devine from Discover Your Purpose signing out. Hey, I'll talk to you in a little bit. I gotta go. Bye.